Ghost Planet from 2025. It's a no-budget potpourri of sci-fi concepts with bad acting, but not without charm. Theme song.
Cartoons Reviews! Cartoons Reviews!
If you want to watch Ghost Planet, check out the link in the description. So I ran across this last Saturday morning, and I was like, let me just put something on the background. And I actually ended up being interested in it. Now, the film is not perfect. Got really bad CGI, which for a movie that relies so heavily on it's not a great thing. The acting's not great. And there's also some kind of big plot logic holes. But it's also got a lot of big ideas, world building. Sure, most of the big ideas are borrowed from other places, but I really liked it. Getting ready to write this, and believe it or not, I do write these, it's not all made up. I did some research and found out that this is a prequel to a 1994 movie called Outer World. I've never seen Outer World, so I don't have much of this. The ideas that I liked were in Outer World, and how much of it are new to Ghost Planet. Anyway, Ghost Planet lets us know very early on that it's very Blade Runner-y with its starts with this voiceover narration.
You just push the handle, drop into T-space, and take off to destinations unknown.
And yes, I know Blade Runner didn't invent that. It's very noir. And I know that Blade Runner didn't always have narration. You're not telling me anything about Blade Runner. I don't know, okay? I mean, you maybe you could, but I know that there are other versions of Blade Runner without narration. And I found a trailer for it because it was a Kickstarter apparently that makes it very clear Blade Runner was an inspiration. This voiceover tells us that a few years ago, humans found some abandoned alien spaceships, and these spaceships have the ability to like warp across space, but we don't really know how they work, so humans can't control them. And so people volunteer to go on missions, hoping that when they get to the other end, it'll be able to find some more artifacts, or maybe they'll find some actual aliens that do know how to. Now, we have a plot hole right here, because it's never explained, like, the ships, you can't control where they go. So if you do find something amazing, first of all, how do you get back home? Because it's at random, but apparently that way works. And if you do find something really cool and it's like too big to fit into the ship, then how do you take advantage of that? Because you can't take it with you. If it's too big to take with you, how do you, who knows? Anyway, you got to overlook that. Because apparently, you can't, there's also a chance you can't make it home. There's a possibility your ship may warp right into the middle of the sun or something. I looked, some of the reviews say this is all from Frederick Paul's Heechee stories, but I haven't read those, so it's kind of new to me. We meet our 3 crew members, and we're told they consist of 2 brothers and a sister. Here's our second problem. One of the brothers is old enough to be their father, and they even hold a lampshade, hang a lampshade on it. And you're like, oh, he's our half-brother.
That ex-military looking dude, the pilot, that's my brother George. George Stone. Yeah, I know. Looks like he could be my dad, right? Well, he's my half-brother. The story about our domineering, philandering father will have to wait.
But clearly this guy was just like the best actor they could get. And instead of saying he's their uncle or something, they just said half-brother. It doesn't really matter. Then the narrator also talks about how his sister's really hot.
And the hot girl? I know what you're thinking. Don't get too excited. She's my sister.
Which, one's kind of weird. I don't want to comment on someone's attractiveness. I mean, we can't all be the same. But the woman, she's pretty. But I don't think anyone would say, oh, she's hot. Anyway, the ship warps out and they hit the jackpot. They find this big alien structure on a planetoid or planet asteroid. However, the planet is orbiting a neutron star.
Is that a
neutron star?
A neutron star, you ask? It's a ball of tortured matter, a graveyard of crushing forces that never quite graduated to a black hole status. In a simpler word, it is death.
So they can't stay. They got to jump back home, and they make their way back to Earth. Well, we jump ahead a year or so, and this is where the world building is really going on. We find out nobody's been able to get back to where they were, and the crew, they're down on their luck. The older brother, he's like a driver for somebody. The sister, we said she's been drinking. Also, we're told at one point she's really promiscuous, but then also she's a lawyer, and she says, I'm a really good lawyer. So I would think maybe she has money, but maybe she's just good, but also an alcoholic. And the younger brother is just scrambling to make ends meet. We see some future tech and some like how the future world works, this Blade Runner style work. And it has some good commentary on capitalism. We learn the younger brother, he has basically pawned his kidney. I guess it's pawning with the idea that you will pay it back, because otherwise, why would you just sell your kidney and be surprised when they come to get it? But some guys come to repossess it.
That's you, right?
Maybe. Biometrics says it's you. You've 175,000 credit advance, I see.
For selling your kidney to medical.
3 months ago. Says so right there.
right? Yeah, that. But here's the thing,
Looks
guys.
like you pooped in the blue cabinet.
Guessing you needed the money.
Well, who doesn't?
Anyway, there's some other stuff right there, and eventually, the family ends up going back to recreate the journey to the alien structure. Hijinks ensue. So, like I said, there's a lot of problems with the film, but I really liked its exploration and really that part when they're down on their luck and how, they're trying to, the world building is what I really liked, how the money works, and they have like, which is a minor plot point, this gum, which has like an animated logo on it. Some of the character motivations are kind of confusing. They do make more sense than they seem later on. I like, Blade Runner. It's popular for a reason. People like that kind of setting. So this was fun. I liked how it explored the future where the corporations are basically screwing everybody over. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's almost all shot on virtual sets. So, and the CGI, honestly, when I was researching it after I watched it, I saw some trailers and I was kind of scrubbing through to see if this was it. And I was like, is this for a video game? No, it actually was for Ghost Planet. So, and not like a new video game either. So, but if you can overlook those, it is interesting. I do want to see the one that comes after it, the one that this was the prequel to. I might review that at some point. But anyway, I'm going to give Ghost Planet 4 thumbs up. Overlook the flaws. It steals from other great films. It's a fun movie. We're getting close to 900 subs. Like and subscribe. Just play the videos. Give me them hours up so I can make some money.